using gray fleece for the jumpsuit. Fleece is warm and stretchy, so it will keep your dog from freezing in the winter and make sure your dog has full flexibility when wearing it. Also, fleece doesn't tear, so you won't need to hem it, which means quick crafting. If you want to, use a stencil and measure your dog. I will be using an existing jumpsuit as a stencil this time, and I will not be adding a hoodie, so I will just fold that away. The overalls will be closed over the chest and back, and then open over the crotch and butt, so that the dog can pee and poop without getting it all over the clothing. The first thing I'm doing is folding the fabric in half and laying the stencil piece on top, lining up the folded part against the back of the stencil piece, which is of course folded in half as well. The stencil overalls have legs that are a little too short for my dog, so I will make sure there's room to extend the length of the legs for the new jumpsuit. Once I'm happy with the placement, I start cutting, making sure there are a couple of centimeters extra on each side as I cut. And then we have the main piece, folded the correct way right now, with the insides facing each other. Next, I'm quickly trying the piece on my dog to make sure that everything seems to be in the right size. I'm also placing 2 marking pins where one of his front legs will come out. Careful not to hurt your dog with the sharp pins when you do this. For the back legs, I will need to add some more fabric to make 2 complete legs, like on the stencil jumpsuit. I'll use some of the scrap pieces left from the fabric to do this. And then I'll use some other scrap pieces to make up the front legs. And then we have all of the pieces for the jumpsuit cut out and ready to be sewn. I'm going to start by pinning one of the front leg pieces together, placing them inside out and pinning along the long sides. And repeating that for the second front leg. Moving on to the back legs, I'm starting off by flipping the main piece inside out, pinning the tiny extra piece to the main piece, outsides facing each other. And of course, repeating it for the other leg. And then sewing all of those pieces. Once everything has been sewn, I'm flipping the back legs the correct way, as well as flipping the tubes that make up the front legs, so that they're also facing the correct way. Next, I'm going to cut the holes for the front legs. The first one I cut based on the marking pins from when I tried the piece on my dog. I will then mirror that cut on the other side, making sure the cuts match the width of the top of the front legs. To pin the front leg to the hole, keep the leg piece facing the correct way and the main piece inside out. Place the leg piece inside the main piece so that it comes out of the hole, and then the sides can be pinned together all the way around. Repeat the step for the other front leg, then carefully sew around both openings, attaching the legs to the main piece. Make sure to go slowly as you sew this part, as it can be a little bit tricky. Once you've sewn, the front legs are attached to the main piece and you can flip everything the correct way. Then it is time to try the jumpsuit on again to adjust the fit over the chest, which is the final part of the project before the jumpsuit is complete. You can use Velcro, buttons, or like me, a zipper to open and close the jumpsuit. With a zipper, just be careful when you open and close it, so that it doesn't zip up stuck to the dog's fur. Pinning and sewing one side of the zipper at a time, or unzipping the 2 halves and pinning them separately, whichever way you choose. You place the zipper upside down on the outside of the chest part of the jumpsuit, pinning it there, switch to a zipper foot, and then sew the first side of the zipper on. Then flip the jumpsuit inside out so that you can pin the second side of the zipper correctly. And once you've sewn that, the jumpsuit is done and ready to be worn. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.